Once in a while, lobster will go on sale at the grocery store, but many people don't know how to prepare it. Our practical chef, Craig Nasser, joins us now in the kitchen with a delicious way to prepare it should it come on sale.
Exactly.
Right? Every once in a while, we get a treat.
Or if it's for a special occasion, of course.
That's right, exactly.
It's always nice
and
to
this
know
is
how
what,
to
a
do
lobster bake?
Yes, a lobster bake or lobster boil.
Okay.
I was just in Cape Cod and back east for a little while doing some jobs and vacationing a little. And I cooked some lobsters for some friends that came up from New York City.
Okay.
And I'm going to talk to you a little about lobster. We're going to cook it, and I'm going to show you how to eat it.
Okay.
Okay?
All right.
When you go to the store, you want to get your lobster as live as possible. I mean, those ones that are in fresh water, they're perfect. I happen to get my lobster at Dickman's Meats,
Okay.
where I get all my meat and stuff. It's a great place. Their food and their fish or their meat and their fish is phenomenally fresh.
Okay.
Little trick, if you want to know, if you want to put one of these babies to sleep, you can kind of take them like this and rub them on top of the head. And
really?
And they actually go to sleep. They'll stay there, and that's kind of when we'll drop them in the water. It's a little trick to them.
Little hypnosis.
Yeah, a little hypnosis. It's
Okay.
just a little thing we used to do when we were in the restaurant. Best lobsters are about 2 to 2.5 pounds for eating. Okay, you want to eat those. Female lobsters tend to be a little bit more tender and juicy. This happens to be a male lobster, and you can tell because of these two little things here. On a female, it's going to look more like these feathers.
Oh, okay.
Okay, the male has these. They're a little thicker and stuff on them. Okay.
Right. Mm-hmm.
So female is a good one to have.
Okay.
When you're cooking your lobster, when you're getting ready to cook them, you're basically just going to take this lobster and you're going to drop them into boiling water.
Okay.
Okay. So that's what we're going to do.
Okay.
All right.
And they don't suffer any pain, do they?
No, they say they don't. They say they don't have a nervous system, but nonetheless, if you're a little squeamish about that, have somebody in the house who's not so squeamish.
Yeah.
Drop it in the water.
Okay.
That's going to cook for about 10 to 12 minutes.
Okay.
All right. I have all the times on the website. They'll be on there for different size lobsters.
Okay.
Now, once your lobster's cooked, and you're going to take it out of the water. Okay. And you have your lobster here. Mm-hmm. What I recommend is throwing a towel down. Mm-hmm. The first thing you want to do is you want to take your lobster and you want to pull the tail out of the body. Mm-hmm. Okay. You have two schools of thought here. You can take a pair of scissors and just clip it like so. Mm-hmm. Right down the middle.
Okay.
And then what happens is you break this open.
Just open it up.
Yep. Mm-hmm. And you have your tail meat.
Oh yeah, it just
And
slides right out.
Slides right out, right?
Okay. Mm-hmm.
So then on your claws, same thing. You're going to break them. Now here you might want to back up a little bit because I don't want to splash.
Okay.
You can crack them a little with your knife.
Okay.
Okay. And then basically what happens is this is just going to come. You're going to take your
kind of like the thumb, huh?
Yep, the thumb. You're going to take it out like so.
Okay.
And then this is going to come. This should come right out.
All right.
Oh.
It's being difficult.
It's being a little difficult for me.
There you go.
And then
Comes
you
right
get your
out.
claw meat, right?
Okay.
So when you're eating these, you got to have fun with it. I would put a bib on.
Yeah.
Because they are very messy.
Okay.
Okay. And then the great tools for these is you can get these at the store, and these kind of we'll
Knives,
pull these
forks.
little things out and cut them out.
Okay.
Your legs. There's a lot of meat in these legs, and a lot of people tend not to eat them. Now, there's a good way to do this, and what I like to do is you take it in your mouth and kind of use your teeth and pull the meat out, and you get all that delectable juice and everything.
Okay.
Some people like the tamale and stuff that's in the middle of the lobster.
Yeah, that looks like the
Some people don't like it very much and won't eat it at all, but this is very, very sweet. The tamale that's in there, it's a very sweet and very tasty part of the lobster. It's just the intestinal tract of the lobster. Right. You know, like we eat liver and we eat stuff like that. That's this part of the lobster. So when you're eating your lobster, every part of this is edible except the shell, obviously.
Right. Okay.
So you can eat all of it. None of it's bad for you. None of it will hurt you. When you get a female lobster, there's potential you'll get the roe in there.
Right.
And the people will really like the roe.
Okay.
Okay.
Right.
Now, when you're serving your lobster, you want to serve it with a little clarified butter.
Okay.
I like to leave a little of the milk fat in the butter for the flavor, but you don't have to.
Okay.
You can clarify it completely.
Okay.
And you could put that on there, and you can dip your lobster in that. Now, one thing I want to talk about when you're cleaning lemons and you're quartering them and you're serving them to your guests, you want to take your lemons and you want to take off that rib there and take out your seeds.
Okay, and that way it's just nice for your...
It's nicer. It's a nicer presentation for
your
your
guests.
guests.
About 15 seconds.
Okay. So basically when you're ready to serve, you can put your lobster
Okay.
on
You
your
boil
platter.
potatoes.
You boil potatoes with a little parsley and butter on them.
Okay.
All your lobster can go right on the platter with
Okay.
that, like so.
Perfect.
You can boil your corn, but I like to grill corn.
Just to
you
get
can
it-
do it either way,
yeah.
and you serve it. You can just serve it family style and have everybody dig in.
Perfect.
But it's a lot of fun. It's a little messy, but don't be afraid of the lobster. It's really easy.
Really delicious
Yeah,
too.
it's
All right, and
delicious.
today's recipe for the Cape Cod lobster bake is on our website. We'll be right